called crocodile. So crocodile posture, you're going to lay on your belly. And I think it's also called alligator. It's one of those large beastly animals. And you could stack your forearms on top of each other and rest your forehead down. Really tuck your chin so that you have a long neck, no wrinkles in the back of your neck. And then your legs, you can maybe just move them around a little bit so they're as comfortable as you possibly can get them. And this is such a nice posture for paying attention to your breath cycles. Firstly, you can probably hear the air a little bit better as it bounces against your mat and back up into your face. Welcome, Nanette. Yep, that's it. You're just laying right on your belly tonight to start class. Now direct the air down to your lower ribs. Use your diaphragm to move the air in to your lungs. In fact, your belly will press against the mat, and you might even feel your body lift up a little bit, your torso lift up a little bit, and then sink down. So get as much of a lift as you can by directing the air down into your belly by using your diaphragm. And don't stop there. Fill the air up into the area around your ribs, up to your collarbones. You might even feel your shoulders lift up a bit. So tap into your full vital capacity, your maximum exchange of air, but do it slowly. So slowly sipping the air in for a full inhale and completely exhaling. Notice other areas of your body when you're full of air. What does your lower back feel like when you're full of air? What's your gluteal area, your groin, your legs, your feet, the soles of your feet, even your toes? And then scan up to your shoulders, your neck, the crown of your head. What does it feel like when that air goes into your lungs? And notice how it creates overlapping sensations throughout your whole body. And do the same thing with your exhale. What does it feel like to be empty, to be hungry for more air? How does that impact the rest of your body? You can keep your arms as they are, or you could move them into goalpost arms and rotate your head so that your right ear is on the floor. And then slide your right knee, keep it on the floor, but slide it up to your right elbow. So your right knee stays on the floor. I know I'm on the left side, but I'm doing that so Nanette can see me. But you're just sliding your right knee up towards your right elbow, and your head is rotated with your right ear down on the floor. So in other words, your head, your nose should be oriented the same way your knee is oriented. So if I said that wrong, just shift it. This is half frog pose. Just a couple breaths here, relaxing the inner groin area. Concentrating on directing the air down deep into your lower belly. Blowing up your rib area, your shoulder blades, and feeling that ripple effect throughout your body. Return your right leg to your left leg. Hang out there for a moment. Feel that asymmetry in your body, and then rotate your head the opposite way and slide your left knee up to your left elbow. So Ella, I told you wrong at first, I think. Can you rotate your head the other way? It's Ella, right? Ellie? There you go. Yeah. I mean, you could experiment, but I think it feels a little bit better that way. Few more moments just like that. So Nanette, we're in half frog on the left side. So left knee up to your left elbow, just for a few more moments. Really sigh out the next few exhales so you can sink deeper into that groin hip stretch. Slide your leg back to meet the other leg. Tuck your chin, put your forehead down on the floor, and then stretch your arms super long in front of you. You could even bring your pointer fingers together and stretch them out super, super long, as long as you can get. Slide your hands to the base of your ribs. Move into a slow upward facing dog and downward facing dog. Bend your knees, hover your knees above the floor just an inch or two. Tilt your tailbone up towards the ceiling. Keep that tilt. Straighten your knees and press your heels down to the floor twice more. Way up into your tippy toes. Bend your knees and hover your knees. Tilt your tailbone up towards the ceiling and press your heels down to the floor. Last one. Really stretch out the bottom of your feet by up into your tippy toes, bending your knees, pelvic tilt. And then pressing your heels down to the floor, feeling that stretch. Slide your shoulder blades down towards your tailbone. Get lots of space between your ears and the tops of your shoulders. Breathe in deeply. Exhale and move to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift and move into a rag doll. Middle of your back, way up towards the ceiling, forehead down towards the floor. Tuck your tailbone underneath you. Put your hands on your thighs and move into a dog posture or cow posture by moving your tailbone up towards the ceiling, shoulder blades up. Go back and forth between your cat and your dog. So flexing at your spine, really taking the middle of your spine up towards that ceiling as you tuck your tailbone under. And then lifting your tailbone up, shoulders up, gaze up. Add your breath. I can hear it. Nice. So exhaling into that cat. Inhaling as you create more space across your chest. I'm coming over here to see you guys a little bit better. That's it, Nanette. Nice. Welcome, Allison. I'm glad you're here. Then go into a flat spine. Bend your knees quite a bit and forward fold. In fact, bend your knees so much so that your belly is against your thighs. Your belly is flush against your thighs, and tilt your tailbone up towards the ceiling. So this is more at the pelvis, feeling that stretch across the back of your legs, maybe even down to your calves and your ankles. Slowly inhale up to stand. So bone by bone, come on up to stand. Inhale your arms up towards the ceiling. Feel your shoulder blades sliding down your back. Pull in those abdominals. Bend at your knees just a bit. Look up and hands to heart center. Starting with one Om. Breathe the air in. Om. Release your hands by your side and inhale your arms up towards the ceiling. Bend your knees, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, high push up. So plant your hands into a high push up and lower your whole body down to the mat. 3 cobra postures. Slide your hands to the base of your ribs and just lift your heart up with your inhale and exhale down. Twice more. Inhale that big old heart of yours up and exhale down. Last time, up into your cobra and move into upward facing dog. So press your hands into the mat. Keep your elbows a little bit bent. Even lift your body off of the floor. Yep. So only yes, that's it. Really let those shoulder blades back towards the back area and then roll over your toes, downward facing dog. Breathe the air in, all of it out, and move to the front of your mat. So step on up to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold and chair. Stand, whole way up. Extended mountain, arms up, reach up, reach up. Bend your knees and fold. I did not mean to say chair yet. I'm sorry. Inhale, halfway lift. High push up. Low push up. Upward facing dog and downward facing dog. Nice. Breathe the air in, all of it out, and move to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. stand. That's what I meant to say. Arms up as you stand in your extended mountain pose. Bend your knees, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. High push up to low push up. Upward facing dog and downward facing dog. Move your right foot up to your right hand and stay in a low runner's lunge. So right foot up to your right hand, staying in that low runner's lunge. Put your back knee down on the floor. Put both hands on top of your thigh and press, well, just one really, I guess. Press your knee forward. Take your knee out to the side. Straighten your knee and then go again. So a big circle with that knee. So Nanette and Allison, I'm just taking the knee forward, straightening the knee, and just feeling that stretch. So really I'm after the stretch in my hip area and behind my thigh. Big, huge circles. The next time your knee is straight forward, reverse the circle, straighten your knee, take it out to the side. So now that you know what you're up to, worry less about what it looks like and doing it right, and think about what it feels like. What are you feeling in there? If you find a sticky spot, just kind of stay there, move around a little bit. All right, go down to that deep knee bend. Tuck your back toes under, lift your back knee up. We're going for humble warrior. Flatten your back foot for warrior one feet. So I'm just going to flatten that back foot for my warrior one foot. Get strong in your core. Interlace your fingers at your low back and lift your arms off of your low back for humble warrior. We're staying for 2 more. Inhale and exhale. Last one. Breathe it in. Let it go. And warrior one and stay. Let's give that knee a little break though. So warrior one, arms up. Go ahead and straighten your front knee for a moment. And then bend that right knee substantially and go down into your warrior one and stay. 2 more. Breathe in. And out. Last one. Breath in. Hands down to the mat. High to low push up. Upward facing dog and downward facing dog. Move your left foot forward up to a low runner's lunge and start to draw a circle with your front knee. So lower your back knee right down on the floor. Yep. Big circle with that knee. As fast or slow as you want to go. The only work here really is about paying attention, keeping your mind on how that movement feels and radiates throughout your body. And then reverse the direction of the circle. Can any of you kind of feel what you did today or last week or last month or last year or last decade? An old sports injury. There's a book called The Body Keeps the Score. I confess I haven't read it, but a lot of my friends have. And it speaks to this idea of how these things in our body we feel for a long time after they happen. All right, let's go into humble warrior. Keep your front knee bent. Come up on that back foot and set your feet up for warrior one feet. Go ahead and look at your feet. Make sure they're lined up like warrior one feet. You got that 90-degree bend in your left knee, back foot flat. Pull in your core. Interlace your fingers at your low back. Lift your arms off of your low back. 3 breaths. Inhale. And exhale. 2 more. Breathe it in. And out. Last one. Up into your warrior one. Straighten your front knee for a little bit of a break. Arms up into the ceiling like warrior one. And now you're just going to bend that front knee down into it for 3. Nice. 2. Good. Last breath cycle. Hands down to the mat. High push up. Low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Step to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Chair posture, down into your chair. Way down into your chair. Be here for 3, 2. So think about your heart lifting up higher than your butt. So sit your butt down and lift your heart up. You straighten your, oh, that's it, Ella, that's it. Fold, let it go. Halfway lift. high push-up to low push-up, upward facing dog, and downward facing dog. We're going to do one sun salutation B by straightening these postures together. Step to the head of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Chair, sit down in your chair. Fold. Halfway lift. High push up to low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right sided warrior one. Kaylin, you are a nice breath warrior tonight. Arms up. Hands down to the mat. High push up. Follow her lead. Upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. Left sided warrior. Suck the air in the whole way up. Keep breathing it in, breathing it in, breathing it in. And hands down to the mat. Slowly breathe out. Can you breathe out the whole way to the bottom of your push up? Upward facing dog and downward facing dog. Step forward to the head of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Stand. Reach up, arms up. Listen carefully. Left-sided eagle. Left-sided eagle. Wrap your left arm under and your left leg over. Get steady. Beautiful focus. That's it. Just one more breath in your left-sided eagle. Airplane posture. Reach way back in your airplane posture. Crescent lunge. So drop your back foot down and lift your arms up towards the ceiling. Crescent lunge. So crescent lunge in our style of yoga is usually on the ball of your back foot like you see Tori here. That looks good. Lower your back knee right down on the floor. Go ahead and keep your arms up. Lower your back knee right down on the floor. Good. And lift your back knee up. We're going to do this twice more. Good. Nice strength. Lower your knee down. Good. And lift it up. Wonderful. Last time. Lower your knee down. Lift it back up. Hands to heart center and twist. Twist to your left. So you're going to twist that way. And switch your knees. I don't know what happened there. It's okay. That looks good. You should be twisting to your left. No, wait, that's your right. My bad. You'll be twisting to your right. Twisting to your right, but you got the right knee there. Twisting your right. Oh, no wonder I messed you up. Open up your arms. Breathe the air in. Back up into your crescent lunge. And warrior two. So you guys are all facing that way. Warrior two, warrior two. Yes, looks good. Let's move this warrior a bit. Inhale, both arms up as you straighten your front leg. And exhale, bend your front knee way, way down. Inhale, arms up. So go a little bit further than you usually do, since you're only going to be down here in this lunge for a moment. Way down into it. You can maybe even move around when you're down there. Move your hips somewhat. All right. Next time you go down into your warrior two, stick it, stay in your warrior two. Let's breathe for 3. 2 long, slow inhales. Slow exhales. Very nice. Last one. Flip your front palm, reverse your warrior, and as you do, straighten your front leg, straighten your right leg. Extended side angle. Bend your right knee and go down into your extended side angle. You're going to be here for a little bit, about 5 breaths. So take a breath or 2 to get this posture polished. And now 3 more. Touch your fingertips right on that thing a little bit. Good. Feel your spine get long. There it is. Very nice. Last one. Come back into your warrior two. Flip your front palm and straighten your front leg. Go to that big lateral flexion, that big side bend. Pigeon toe your feet towards the long edge of your mat. We're going to go for a wide leg forward fold. So you're just standing on the long edge of your mat, going down into your wide leg forward fold. Put your flat hands down on the floor. Separate your feet quite a bit and bend your elbows as if you're going to go into a push-up. Draw a line from your toenails across your fingertips. That's it, Jordan. Maybe even your hands back a little bit further. Good. Bend your elbows a bit. Now put the crown of your head on the floor. Good. Good. Bend your knees maybe a bit more. Yes, you're almost there. You're almost. Oh, you are there. You're like 1 micrometer. See, you found your edge. That's awesome. If you would like to try to take this into a straddle headstand, that's it, Tori. Nice strength. Nice strength. Now have the intention of lifting up. You might not lift your legs up over your head, but act as if in your brain. Can you feel that sucking in, that core strength? Yes, you are almost there. Very nice, Caitlin. All right, release that tension. Tent your fingertips out in front of you about a foot or two and move up to stand. Right-sided triangle pose. So move your right foot to 12 o'clock and dive it on down into triangle pose. Just move this toe right there. Keep your heel right where it is. Yes, and lots of strength on the outside to get some space there underneath your arch. Beautiful form, Tori. That looks great. Hoist your hips up towards the ceiling a bit more. So that left hip, I mean, your whole pelvic girdle will go up, but that left hip, think of it going up towards the ceiling to get that stretch on the inside of your right thigh. Look down at your right foot and fly into your half moon. Half moon. Yep. So grab your block. I think that's the easiest way to do it. And you can lift your back foot up. Good. That's it. Play with your balance. Move your block forward an inch or two so it's under your shoulder. Nice focus. One more breath here. Really stretch it on out. Swing your back leg up to your front leg. Forward fold at the front of your mat. Forward fold at the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Downward facing dog. Put your forearms down on the mat. Forearm plank. So forearms on the mat. Forearm plank. Lift your right foot up just an inch. Tap it on the outside of your mat and bring it back. Left foot up just an inch. Tap and bring it back. 2 more sets. Right foot, tap, bring it back. Left foot, tap, bring it back. 1 more, right? Stay strong in your core and back and lower your body down to the floor. Separate your forearms and move them forward a bit for Sphinx pose. So your forearms are still on the floor, but they're a little bit wider in your Sphinx pose, and lift your heart up towards the center. Really feel that stretch across your chest. Move your right arm out to T and roll your body over that right shoulder. Stretch out the front side of your chest and your right shoulder. Only going to be here for another breath or so. Other side, left arm out to T and just roll over that right shoulder. Get some relief in your right shoulder. Back to your belly, hands at the base of your ribs, upward facing dog and downward facing dog. Step forward to the head of your mat, whole way up to the head of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale to stand, extended mountain, arms up and wrap up into right-sided eagle. So right arm under, right leg over. Breathe it in and let it out. Another one just like that. Slow breath in. Air out. Airplane. Good. Keep the breath flowing. It might be softer, it might be a little quieter. It's important to keep it flowing. Half moon. Open up into your half moon. Feel that big stretch all through your body. Yep, you got it. 2 more. Last one. Swing your back leg to meet your front leg in a forward fold at the front of your mat. Forward fold at the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Downward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Left-sided crescent lunge. Move into a left-sided crescent lunge. Move your left foot forward and arms up towards the ceiling. Left-sided crescent lunge. Lower your back. So in crescent lunge, generally, you have the ball of your back foot. Yeah, straight down. Arms up. Lower that back knee down to the floor and lift it on up. Twice more. Back knee down to the floor and lift it on up. Last one. Back knee down to the floor. Lift it on up. Stretch forward and twist to your left. Good. Keep the breath flowing. Very nice. Open up your arms. Let the air come into your chest. Back up into your crescent lunge. And warrior two. Open up into your warrior two. Just like we did on the other side. Inhale, straighten that front leg. And then go deep down into your warrior two stretch. So you're straightening your front leg and then down into your warrior two. So stretching it out. So often, I'm like, for me anyway, I often keep going to that same degree of bend. So this gives you a chance to sort of play and experiment with some new territory. Okay, go down into your warrior two and stay. Warrior two and stay. 3, 2. That's it, Nanette. We're still in warrior two. Nice. Last one. Flip your front palm and straighten your front leg. Go ahead and big reverse stretch, big side body stretch, and down into extended side angle. So move straight, bend your front knee. Yep, so you're extended. Good, that's it. In fact, you could move your foot forward just a bit right here. And put your fingertips on here. Come up out of it a little bit. That gives you your strength, your longer line in your back. Do you feel that? Press your hand into put your head in. Yes, and now just look up at your top hand. Beautiful alignment. Back into your warrior two. Flip your front palm and straighten your front leg as you reverse your warrior. Big side body stretch in reversed warrior. Pigeon toe your feet to the long edge of your mat. Interlace your fingers at your low back. Move your knuckles down towards the floor and go into wide leg forward fold with this bind. Oh, that looks like it felt good there, Beth. So Beth did a kind of a little rotation there where she dived one shoulder down and the other shoulder down. I'll just offer you that if you think that might feel good in your body. Release your bind. Just dangle here for a moment. Let this posture just wash over your body. Tent your fingertips out in front of you about a foot or two and hinge up to stand. Left-sided triangle pose. Move your left foot to 12 o'clock. Go down into your triangle pose. Do you hear the sound of silence? Bring in the breath. Add breath to that silence. Just a couple more breaths. We're just going to do a simple step up to your front foot because we already did the half moon. Landing at the front of your mat in a forward fold. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, downward facing dog. So move into downward facing dog. Going back into that forearm plank. Really keep your core in your forearm plank. Just did some simple pumps with your butt up towards the ceiling and then butt down into your forearm plank. So that's 9, 8, good breathing, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower your body right down towards the floor. Move your hands to the base of your ribs. Upward facing dog and downward facing dog. Breathe the air in. All of it out. Step forward to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Chair. Twist to your right. As soon as that elbow and that knee connect, open up your arms. 2 more. Every time you inhale, sit your butt down and lift your chest up. Every time you exhale, twist a bit more. Good. Butt down, chest up. Nice adjustment, Beth. And twist on that exhale. Nice focus, Tori. That's it. Move your right knee forward just an inch or two, Tori. Yes. Back up into your, I'm sorry, I keep saying Tori, I meant Jordan. Back up into your chair posture and fold. Thanks for knowing who I was talking to there, Jordan. Grab your fingers around your big toes. Go into your halfway lift and fold. Separate your feet beyond the edges of your mat. We're moving into a low goddess squat. Way down into a low goddess squat. Shift your weight from your right foot to your left foot. You can keep doing that and staying in this, what I consider my garden posture right now, or put your flat hands on the floor, move into your crow pose, whatever version of this you want to be in. You got 2 more breaths. That's it. There you go. Nice, Tori. Nice air time. And come back to stillness and center. Release, moving into a forward fold at the front of your mat. Down into your chair pose. Twist to your left. I was just going to say that, Ellie, separate your knees a little bit. Think about your butt going way down towards the floor and your heart lifting up. Yeah, you feel that rotation, the whole length of your spine. You just have 2 more breaths in and out. Last one. Back up into your chair and fold. Let it go. Gorilla pose. Step on your palms and shift your weight from your right foot to your left foot. Release your spine and really look at your feet. Make sure your feet are right underneath your hips and they're slightly pigeon-toed. You're going to move into a balancing pose from here. As you come up, grab your right knee and go into standing leg raise. You can always grab that foot if that's a version that you like of this posture. And open up your hip. Take your arm out to the side. So this is kind of how you started tonight, right? Can you get into a little bit more of that external rotation of your hip? Come back to center, dancing Shiva. Switch your grip and go into your twist. And back to center and release. Let's come up the same way we did. So inhale your arms up, move into a forward fold. Check out those feet. Make sure they're 12 o'clock. And then grab now your left knee as you come on up. It's going into the balance, just a slightly different way. It's good for your nervous system. Open up your hip. The weirder you move in a yoga class, the more prepared you'll be for moving weirdly in your life. Bring your knee back to center and twist in the opposite direction. And your body's like, oh, that wasn't so weird. I think I won't get injured. And back to center and release. Standing bow or dancers, bend your right knee and capture your foot or your heel. Just hang out here for a moment and feel what you feel. And then start to go into that dancer's posture, really kicking into your hand, lifting your foot up towards the ceiling. I'm going to move. So if you're looking at me, look at something else. You could feel good across your chest. Release, other side. Breathe in and out. 2 more. It's someone telling me to breathe like this can be just as annoying as someone saying, smile, because you're like, oh man, it does feel good, and release. Second set. So add that ease with your breath. Another one. Last breath cycle. Release. Set up on the other side. And go ahead and kick against your hand. Good. Nice. Beautiful focus. Let it go. Right-sided tree posture. Put your right foot on the inside of your ankle or your calf or your thigh. Bring your hands to heart center. Interlace your fingers. Press your palms forward and lift your arms up over your head. Melt your shoulder blades down your back. So to press your shoulder blades. Other side. So I'm still here, Allison and Nanette, but I'm going to be quiet on this other side of the tree posture. Get about 3 breaths here. Moving into your meditation. Let it go. Inhale, both arms up towards the ceiling. Bend your knees, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, high push up all the way down to the floor, whole way down to the floor. Tuck your toes under as if you were doing chaturanga feet. So toes tucked under. Keep your toes planted on the floor. Interlace your fingers at your low back and move your knuckles towards the space behind you. Really open and broaden across your chest. Stay here in your locust pose. Tuck your chin. Feel that length in your body, less about lift and more about length, and release. Rotate your right ear onto the floor. So let your shoulders round down towards the floor. Right ear on the floor. George and I really feel this in our neck and the tops of our shoulders, but not everybody does. So let that breath just relax that area of your neck and your shoulders. Second locus, you can bind it up like you did with the first or open it up by lifting your arms and moving your arms into airplane pose, lifting your legs, feeling that lift. Beautiful alignment there, Tori. Nice. Tuck your chin just slightly surrounded. Yes. Just like we started tonight with alligator, feel how the inhale lifts your body up slightly, feels different, and the exhale grounds you down. Release. Left ear down to the floor. Rotate your neck. Left ear to the floor. Round your shoulders down. I always think of these transitions between my locust poses as a little mini vacation. So enjoy that mini vacation. Lift yourself up a bit. Move your right arm across the top edge of your mat. So right forearm parallel across the front edge of your mat. Bend your left knee. Reach on the inside and grab your left ankle. Kick against your hand and lift up for this half floor bow. So forearm down and you're kicking, lifting up. Feel that long stretch. Other side, left forearm across the front edge of your mat. Bend your right knee, grab your ankle, and kick open across your shoulder. Release. Press your hands into the mat. Come to stand on your knees. Put your hand on your lower back. Stretch across your chest for camel posture. If you want to add on and go into that deeper spinal flexion, feel free. This is more than enough for me. Just feeling that stretch across the front of your chest. Tuck your toes under and sit down on your heels. So sit right down on your heels for a high heroes pose with your toes tucked under. Lift your right arm up towards the ceiling, bend your right elbow, reach under, and as much as you can, clasp your hands, or if you have a strap, you can grab that to make the difference and open up your chest. Release, tense your fingertips down on the floor, put your toenails down on the floor, and lift your knees up. So I'm just putting my toenails down on the floor and lifting my knees up, stretching the top of my feet. Then tuck your toes once again, coming up into your second camel posture. Stretch, stretch, stretch across your chest. Really think about those layers of stretch. Skin, fascia, cartilage, muscle, even the soft tissue around your lungs and your heart. Tuck your toes under if they're not already. Sit back on your heels. Now left arm up towards the ceiling. Bend your left elbow. Reach under with your right and clasp your hands. Or again, using that strap. Really get that elbow to go back. Feel that stretch across your armpit. And tense your fingertips on the floor. Untuck your toes and lift those knees back up, that counter stretch for the top of your feet. And then just do a quick swing of your legs out from underneath you for bridge posture. Bend your knees and lower your body right down to the floor. Lift your hips up for your bridge. We're going to do 3 of these, 3 bridge or wheel, your choice. 3 breaths, 5 breaths, 7 breaths. So inhale your hips up for your 3, 2, and final breath cycle. And lowered on down. Again, your choice, bridge or wheel. This time, 5 breaths. You're welcome to stay up for the whole entire time. Your choice. Move your feet a little bit more towards your hands. In fact, when you do this, technically your fingertips should graze your heels. Yeah, so move your feet up even a little bit more. That looks pretty good, though. All right, and then lift it on up. So we're probably about 3 breaths in for the second posture of bridge or wheel. Good. Keep the air moving. Beautiful, Jordan. Wow. That is some nice spinal extension, girl. I forget, were you a cheerleader or gymnastics? 1 year. It paid off. Good. And come on down. Unless you're staying up for the whole duration, we're going to do 1 more for 7 breath cycles. So inhale your way up. Let's do this one together. That's 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5th breath cycle. Good. 2 more. Oh, that looks like it feels good, Tori. Oh, it's a nice psoas stretch. And come on down. Supta Baddha Konasana. Soles of your feet on together. Knees drift down to the floor. Here's your next little vacation. Happy baby. Interlace your fingers behind your head. Really crunch up as you reach your legs up towards the ceiling. Get that huge crunch in. Slowly lower both legs down towards the floor. Once you feel your lower back arch, then pause there, and you're going to pendulum swing your legs up to the right, up towards the ceiling, sweep them down and up to the left to the other side. Good. 3 sets total, up to the right. Good. Avoid using momentum. Attempt to use all core strength. Good. The next time you finish your 3rd set, slowly lift both legs up towards the ceiling, but really keep that crunch. If you keep that crunch, that'll help protect your lower back by keeping that crunch. Slowly lower both legs down to the floor, And this time, open your legs super wide like you're doing a jumping jack. Cross them in the center, and then open them wide. Cross them the opposite direction. Good. 2 more. Good. Last set. Wide. cross, wide cross. Come to stillness and lift both legs up towards the ceiling. We just have one more set. Slowly lower both legs down, but keep that crunch. Really crunch up as you slowly lower, and this time swim. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Going right into bicycles. Bicycles. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hug your knees into your chest. Rock forward and back until you get into a position like I'm in, with your knees bent on the floor, flat feet on the floor. Put your hands behind your thighs, pull on your thighs, and feel that length in your spine. You can stay right here, or you can open up your arms. You can stay right here, or you could lift one foot up and then the other foot up. You could keep alternating those lifts, or you could lift both legs up. Now notice how that compromises my back a bit. So I'm going to keep alternating. Put both flat feet on the floor. Wrap your arms around your shin. Put your forehead to your knees. Stretch out your back. We're going to build this boat pose 2 more times. Hands behind your thighs, long spine. Stay right there. Or open your arms. Stay right there and alternate. Really keeping that integrity of your spine. Long, straight spine. And find stillness. Wrap your arms around your shins, forehead to your knees, and we'll build it on the other direction. I'll move the other direction anyway. Put your hands behind your thighs, long spine, core in. Open up your arms, and you got that alternating thing going on there, or lifting both legs. You can really feel this in your psoas, huh? I feel it in my flexors. Whew. Okay. Last moment here, and wrap your forearms around your shins once again. Move your forehead to your knees. Swing your legs out behind you, downward facing dog, right-sided half pigeon posture. So if you want reclining half pigeon, feel free to stay on your back. So right-sided half pigeon. Move your right knee up to your right hand and lower your body down to the floor. So Nanette and Allison, I'm going to turn off the lights in here. I think you should still be able to see pretty good because it's light outside. Oh, good. Yeah. That's right, Tori. Oh. Downward facing dog. Left-sided half pigeon. Keep your left leg where it is. Come up to a seated position, single seated leg extension. So just swing your right leg around, tent your fingertips on either side of that front foot. We're going to do a lateral flexion this time. Take your left hand or your right hand and put it underneath your calf or even your heel, opposite arm. Take it up over your side and go into big side bend here. So you, Kaylin, could probably move your hand way towards your heel. Yep, you could probably go even further. I'm the Tin Man, so I can only go this far. That's what Lisa Taylor, the owner of the studio, calls me, the Tin Man. I know, not very nice. Okay, stretch it out. Stay with it. I know. If this is uncomfortable, you need it. So you're really stretching out that space between your ribs, getting some rib mobility here to help you with your breathing. And let's go to the other side. So just switch your legs. You're going to scoot your left hand underneath your calf or your heel. And going for that side bend. It also helps to pull your core in. If you're not loving the hand hanging in the air, you could always put it across your head. Sometimes I do that. Just rest my arm on my head so I can really feel that armpit stretch, the stretch across my shoulders. Woo, boy, do I need this. Do I hear an amen out there? Anybody else need this? Can feel it in that side body. All right, come on up out of it. Stretch both legs out in front of you with a single leg or a staff forward fold. Orient your forehead down towards your knees. Inhale, come up out of it a bit with your long spine. And exhale, heart down towards your feet. Again, another inhale, up out of it with a long spine. And exhale, heart. Now, would you call this dynamic stretching, Beth? If you're kind of moving as you're stretching? Okay. Because I often use that word. I'm wondering if I'm saying it correctly. Anything less than 3 to 5 seconds. Okay, that's good to know. All right, reverse tabletop. Bend your knees. Press your flat hands on the floor. Lift your hips up. We're going to do a big circle with your whole body, stretching out shoulders, and then a big circle in the opposite direction, stretching out your shoulders. And then hips on down and roll down to the floor, an inversion of your choice. You want to go back into those handstand preps territory, feel free, or a headstand, shoulder stand, waterfall. Your legs up over your head somehow. If you're in shoulder stand, you can move into plow. Do you like plow? Your long legs are going to hit that, though. There you go. Go right into deaf man's. Holy cow, look at you. It's like a yoga magazine cover right there. You almost got it, girl. Don't turn your head. I've already told you that joke, right? If you turn your head will pop off. And put your flat feet or flat hands down on the floor and slowly roll your way out of that plow posture. Supine twist to the right. To the other side. And scoot your hips this way a little bit. Your whole tush, like your whole, yes. So you stack your hips a little bit more. And you could do that too, Ella. Just move yes, that looks good. Supta Baddha Konasana. Shavasana. There's a cool eye towel near your mat, at the head of your mat. You can grab that cool eye towel if you want to and put it over your eyes or your forehead, chest, or not use it at all. Guessing if you guys, and Allison is probably not too warm, as warm at your house, maybe. Just enjoy the cool air around your body. Big sigh, inhale, and exhale. Go back to your quiet breathing. Might not be quite as full, but still even. Keeping that inhale and exhale the same length. Start to wiggle your toes and your fingers. Rotate your head, moving your right ear closer and closer to the floor, and your left ear closer and closer to the floor. Interlace your fingers at the back of your head and use the strength of your arms to flex your neck, moving your chin deep into your chest. And then rotate your head to the right a bit and to the left a bit, just stretching out the back of your neck and the tops of your shoulders. Release. Hug your knees into your chest. Rock over onto your right side. Press yourself up into a seated position. Inhale your arms up towards the ceiling. Hands to heart center. One last Om. Breathe the air in. Om. Namaste. Thanks, Allison and Nanette. Do I see a tail in there? Some kind of animal? Maybe not. It's kind of far away. Oh, yes, there's the tail. Oh, that's great. Have a great evening. Thanks, guys. Nice effort.